It's literally that time of the year, spend the block season. But I do think a lot of people don't realize how you may spend the block, but that person won't be the same again. And when I say they won't be the same again, like let's just say we used to go out on a lot of dates, right? And that was just our thing. But it didn't play out. However, whatever the reason why we didn't end up being whatever the case may be, and that's why you spending the block. I may not be into going out on dates no more. So that thing that you thinking you're coming back for, I'm maybe not that person anymore. So do you think a lot of people realize that they leave other people broken? Basically leaving somebody broken thinking you coming to spend the block on some old work. Everything else may be regular, but mentally you may have demolished me. Mm-hmm. So what you coming back for, I may not be that person anymore.
You coming back to finish me, type thing.
Basically.
Yeah. I think that it is sort of impossible to go back to rekindle anything that you have possibly had with the person, because it's too much like a what is it, more pain to the wound type thing, where okay, we've been through this, it didn't work out, like it just was horrible, and like let's just like cut our losses, like let's just accept what it has become and just move on like that.
I got a question for you though. Why do you think it's so easy for people to always double back on just straight sex friends?
Because sex is always fun. Sex is what even got the two united, because like if the sex was horrible, or if it was something that you just couldn't deal with or just wasn't great, there wouldn't have been a relationship to even try to even get back to. So sex plays a big factor in most relationships anyway, because if it's amazing, you stick around.
No, I'm talking about literally just a friendship, just literally it's nothing more than just sex. It's just a random, or like you get those eyes off the 1 o'clock in the morning at 12, like that's just literally it of the relationship. Is nothing extra. That you're not looking for no extra expectations on it. You just know that this person is constantly and consistently some good sex, and you're not even running into the ground. It's not like I'm trying to hit you 3 or 4 times a week. It's literally like maybe like once a blue moon, like once every 4 months.
But is that person well aware that this is the feeling that you have of them about the sex thing? Like, or are you portraying yourself as like, okay, I want this to be my...
I don't think I don't have it where it's never... It's almost like an unwritten rule almost. Like, we never communicate.
No.
We just fucking... It just happened. Like, we never been nowhere. We never do nothing, but it's just... I'm okay if you hit me or you drunk, it's 1 a.m. and I look at your IG story, and then I may hit whatever, and then I'm with you still going to be up for another hour, and I'm on my way. And that constantly can just continuously happen. There's no real conversations. There's no...
So, I mean, traditionally, you would think that a person would catch on to that, but because people are not as savvy as you would like them to be, you have to make it clear what it is. Like, you can't just in your mind take for granted, oh, she knows what's going on, because maybe she does not. Maybe she's oblivious to like the way your mentality is, and what you have in store for the relationship is totally different than what she has in mind. And if you say that, I'm pretty sure you would get a different reaction than, okay, well, just hit me up the next morning or something like that, and then that might come to an end if you say that. So I'm pretty sure a person would never say this is what it is. You would always want to mislead the person.
No, so okay, so you telling me you never had sex where there may not be no communication the next day after.
Yeah, but that person is not. They don't know that this was the whole intent. They would never know that. That's tacky. That's so tacky. You know what I mean?
So you saying that you shouldn't tell them that?
So you tell them that if you want them to know for some odd reason, but it will be done. Like, the relationship will be done, because that sounds like some weird, like, just mean, narcissistic things.
So so you can't never hit them again? Like, let's say if it was cool, but you just forgot. Like, some days, your days just might get ahead of you, and you just forgot to hit them after that. And then maybe like, damn, you come see them on the timeline like 3 months later.
Right, so they crossed your mind because they were on the timeline. Again, that's artificial. Like, it's just like so phony baloney. Because they were on your timeline, they crossed your mind. But any other time they have not crossed your mind, that you can't base anything on that except for what it is, a using and abusing situation. There's no way.
So you don't think it could be mutual though? Because what if she never reach out to you neither?
She might not reach out to you because like most women don't do that all the time. Like, you want to be chased to a certain extent. You want to be like pursued, not the pursuer, pursuee.
That is a new thing though, and I kind of see it's a give and take, because of course it's a new thing where some men do want to be chased, and then some women give it a pushback, and then some women kind of like, I get it a little bit.
I think every man wants to be chased, and I think far more than the women, to be honest. But it's like the numbers are probably neck and neck. Seriously, that people want to be. You want to feel needed. Like, why wouldn't you? Why shouldn't you? Right?
No, of course. So do you think you can stand firm on? Could you date somebody who don't like to go on dates?
Yes and no, because a date doesn't always have to be like something where you all like dressed up and get ready to go. Like a date can be something as simple as like y'all just riding somewhere, riding out like that. That's can still be considered a date. Just depends on how you define it, you know.
All right, it's because it's cuddle season. You got a
Yeah.
top 2, top 3 movies you like to just cuddle to.
I like TV shows better because like TV shows give you the option to like, you know, like once this one's gone off, like it's like a binge watching type thing, and that's pretty fun for me. I like Nathan for You. You heard of
What?
that? It's called Nathan for You.
What the hell is that?
Oh my God, so it's hilarious. Actually, it's right there. You should see that. So it's this white guy named Nathan Fielder, and basically what he does is helps you improve your business, but his ideas are like, but they're just crazy as hell. It's just really funny, so funny.
All right, so that. Then what else? Give me 2 more.
Oh goodness, I see. Gosh, what was I just watching? Oh, P Valley, of course, and the one with the maids. I forgot what it's called.
Could you date a man who don't want to watch P Valley?
No, because I think that much of how can I say, that much of not wanting to watch it means that you have something to hide, and I really don't like a person whom is like what's the word, like not confident or not, what is it, you know, you're comfortable with your sexuality, that type of thing. Because the only reason why a person would say that they don't want to watch P Valley is because of the homosexuality that goes on, and I don't respect that at all. Like I don't think that it's not a cool thing to say. It just sounds ridiculous and retarded, almost like you're like a prejudiced person. Like it's almost racist.
I ain't disagreeing with you. Did you see Uncle Clifford freestyle on the BET Awards, or did you see it on social media?
I did not. I would love to see that. Love to see it. What was he saying?
Re, the great re. He just like, he might have had like the best jump, to be honest. Maybe between him, Lil Wayne daughter, and
Wait, so it was like a hand, like a real contest, or like
no, they was just like doing like they all did their little separate ciphers. Who I think the ones I know for a fact I sing Don't Call Me White Girl, Lil Wayne daughter, Meek Mill baby mother, who else? And the lady that owns Slutty Vegan. She probably had the best one. Then Uncle Clifford. Between Uncle Clifford and Ray Janae probably had the tap for the second best job. It was straight though. It's on. You can see it on social media. It's straight. It's not a bad watch. I guess what was my next one? Oh, you had a topic saying sex for drugs.
Oh gosh, yeah. So I personally think that, like, you know, if you have to do drugs, you have to purchase them. You just purchase them. Like, you know, dude has to be done to get the money to purchase the drugs, but to actually like have sex for the drugs, this thing's kind of like it's unorthodox. Like,
it probably depends on the drug though.
No, any drug. I don't care what drug it is. Like, it's no reason to do that. Like, you just have the money to get it, because then it's like, what's the amount of drugs that you're gonna get for sex?
That's what I was going to say. So like, how long for an 8 ball maybe?
An 8 ball of what? See, it's like
an 8 ball of coke.
An 8 ball of coke. I would just rather have the money. I would just rather just pay for it, just be done with it that way. And then like anything after that, like, you know, funds can be exchanged. Like, that's what you exchange. You exchange funds, not like drugs or sex. It's just like so.
I mean, but I think it's a thing. Like, it's always been a thing in the hood. Like, oh, girls, I hit the weed man. The crazy thing is
the weed man. Oh gosh, you serious?
It's a thing. It happened. Girls been doing it forever. Oh, I don't got.
Right, but there's no. It's too weird with it, because like who's getting over, the person or the
so
drug dealer?
you saying, I get it. What you're speaking in 2022 brain cells, but let's just talk about when the weed man was actually a thing. I don't think the weed man is as popular as he used to be in maybe like the early 2000s, where, bro, you got to think about it. It was like a quick 40. That's how that $40 thing became a thing on social media. So just imagine, oh yeah, he give me two dubs.
See, that's where the problem comes in, because you just said $40, right? So 40 times 2 only equals 80. That's just not enough. That's not enough. And for $80, like that's too risky for that. It's inappropriate. Cannot.
No, see, you saying that because I think you understand the value of putting or price on sex. I don't necessarily think the average woman who would
Then they shouldn't be doing it. Then they shouldn't be doing it.
She just want to get high.
Then she should go get some money some other way, not having sex.
But you gotta think about how many people have sex just freely, just almost as sport. Why would I sit here and realistically I can save $40? I might be, I don't give a
save $40.
This nigga may not last longer than 10 minutes. So instead of me wasting $40, 10 minutes.
I would just never see the logic in it. It would just always be like robbing Peter to pay Paul, but then you still owe Paul. You still owe him. Like, that's what that's like to me.
Okay, so that's like you sitting here saying you never seen girls in the strip club fuck for $40 before.
So the thing is that, like, I know that is done, but the actual amount, and I didn't think about this until recently, the actual amount is never, like, in question at the time of. It's just like, you just do it for this, but it's like, how much of? Because, like, now unless you're getting like a large ass quantity, I think that it's like the person who's selling it is getting over, and they know that, and they know it.
What you mean, the person who's selling
the seller of the drugs? He's getting over, and he know it.
Nah, because he probably don't even he feel like he getting over. Like if a girl be like, "Oh, can I fuck for this dub?" Of course he gonna feel like it, but at the same time, he never gonna turn it down.
And I know that someone has done it for $20. I know it's been done. I know it.
Of course it has. But listen to what I'm saying though. But if we talk about quality, what's the quality of that though? You're not fucking nothing for quality for $20.
Absolutely not. And this is what puts people in a quandary now, because like you have things like that occur, and then once it starts, like it goes to people's minds, like, oh, these things are possible. People start saying crazy numbers to you, and then you like, how dare you? Or like, what are you speaking?
I think men realistically know the difference between the difference between a $40 joint and something that just like might be out of your league.
No, you don't know.
Men know the difference between a woman that's out of their league and a woman that, okay, I can pursue her for nothing.
The thing is that sometimes people that you may think that are not like out of your league or in your league, however you think, you'd be totally surprised. They can definitely be in or out of it, and it's just they're not sure themselves how to like cultivate it, like how to express like how amazing or something that they are. And then like you have people like that just come around and say those crazy ass numbers, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, things like that. It just makes it bad. It's bad for everybody. It's bad business.
Yeah, so I mean,
it's bad business.
I guess the question is, how do you ever know when you don't never know if you're in or out of your league if you don't try your shot?
Exactly, because you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. We get it, but we got to get together as people and just like.
Okay, so as a woman, realistically, how does a man? For one, of course, as men, we hate to you hate to kind of I think social media save a lot of men because most men are terrified of rejection. You don't want to be heard no, or you don't want to shoot your shot, and then you just like, and the girl hit you with just you nigga please. So I guess how do you read the room to even know this may be an open shot that I should be taking, I just haven't took?
You have to dress yourself up like the big boss, so to speak. You know what I mean? Be a person of many masks and go at this particular subject as if you are that person, like you're that, and be convincing. And I think that it works out sometimes, because like it's been a lot of boys that have like walked up to me and just started talking, and then after like 5 or 10 minutes of us holding a whole conversation, it's like, oh dang, I almost didn't come up to you and say nothing to you because I thought you was gonna be like this or that. But then like, dang, look what you would have missed out on if you just didn't even just go for it one good time. You just can't act like a bitch about it. You just gotta go, just do it. It's nothing to be afraid of. And the worst thing that can happen is just like the person just continues to walk on. And then that's like, it saves you time and energy for wasting your time on something or someone that had no interest in you at all. So, I mean, it's okay.
Did you see are you familiar with the song Munch? Like I'm feeling you, nigga, you a munch. Not familiar with that song? All right, well, never mind. I'm about to ask you, did you see the girl?
Cardi B, I bet she said much.
She said it, and Cardi B mentioned it in her verse on the Tomorrow jump, but it's an actual song called Munch.
She sings it. I'm so not a cool kid.
Ice Spice, but it was a video that was like leaking on Twitter, and they were saying it was like an old boyfriend of hers who leaked like some sex Jones, but you can't not really tell it's her. The only way they trying to say it was her because she your complexion and she got like a curly bush.
Niggas always doing that. They always trying to
But
leak something.
yeah, that shit is weird. But I was about to say, do you think should she lean into not? Because she came out and said it's not me. Basically, like y'all niggas wish it was me, so y'all can beat y'all little dirty dicks to it. So do you think she should lean into it, like defending herself, saying it's not me, or just kind of like, all right? Because it's not a bad joke. Like the girl in the video was fat. She was throwing that shit back. So it was kind of like, I don't even necessarily know she needed to come and defend it. It wasn't her.
That happened to me before. You just don't say nothing. Especially if you didn't put it there. You didn't put it there, just don't say nothing. It's like, you don't have to clarify rumors.
So you saying you had a joke? Somebody posted your
You
joke?
remember that? Oh my God, it was a whole thing. It's with China. Remember China? It was in it's like
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was. I mean, because no matter what you say, a person already has their idea and perception of what it is that.
So okay, so I mean, I guess you don't have to go into full details, but how do you personally, mentally, I guess, how did you deal with it, or cut it on, or shut it off?
You don't. You can't. You just act like it's just not even a thing for real. Because it was like some people was making it like an embarrassing thing, even though it wasn't. Because I'm a grown ass person and like everything I do, I'm cool with it. But they try to tear you down, sort of. So you just whatever. Okay.
So how do you let it not tear you down?
You don't read comments or stuff like that. Stay off the comments and just kind of like don't feed into it. Like don't go looking for it or see what somebody has done or said or where else it's posted at. Just like whatever to die down eventually. And in the meantime, in between time, that's free.
Promo.
Oh my God, yes, like, it's amazing. Amazing.
Okay, so you I guess you took the high road and looked at it like, all right, this is free promo for me. Do you? Cause I'm gonna say, do people that knew you personally, did anybody like? Did niggas like reach out, like give you more?
Absolutely, they're so ridiculous. They're like, "Oh, you like let niggas do this, do this." Like, where'd you hear that from? What are you talking about? And then it's like, cause a person can put any caption under the video that they want. So naturally, mine was gonna say "fucking a fan" or some dumb shit like that. So it definitely said that it's just whatever. Like it says that, so you want to believe it? Just go ahead. I'm cool. It said exactly that.
So do people? So I guess so. Did okay? Let's just because I want to know do your friends acknowledge that they seen it, or do people act like they didn't see it?
So your friends it's weird with them because like the first week or whatever, everybody's on it. Like we all trying to figure it out. But then like after that, your friend realizes, you know what, this is a difficult thing that my friend is going through. So I'm just gonna act like I don't know. When people ask me about it, so I'm gonna give them the quickest answer, the easiest answer, and then that's just how that goes. But that's how my friends how we kind of dealt with it. It's just like whatever, like that.
So no niggas never. Cause I always wonder how you can't.
I told you like that. One boy in particular that I remember, he called me and was like, "Oh, how come I wouldn't talk to him, but yet I'm on the internet doing this, and like it's so crazy because I had only told him my name was Lisha, so it's almost as if he went on social media to he searched out, like he looked for it, or maybe he seen me on somebody else's page or something. I'm not really sure, but he didn't know that much about me to even be able to say those statements like that. So he just like kind of dug in and it's just like made his own like accusations and assumptions on what he thought was going on, and they were just totally incorrect. But he felt like he should say like I was acting like I was too good to like talk to him, and I'm doing all this dirty ass shit.
But I guess then my question be like, what do that matter though? Like because I wanted to, if let's just say if you personally wanted to fuck this person on camera and post it yourself, what they got to do with me not wanting to talk to you, nigga? I might just didn't.
It's like with guys, it's hard to tell. I think it's like mommy issues some of the time. They just it's nobody's fault with their mom and dad. I think, and it's just they needed more attention as coming up because they wouldn't be this way. It's very pouty and it's very like temper tantrumy, like very much. No girl would ever be so upset that she would call a boy and say, "Well, how come you did this to her pussy?" And like it's just like, who does that? We got
Nah, girls didn't do shit like that. Because girls would be like, "Why you took her head, but you never took me no more."
Right, we're phony baloney. We could care less. It's like it's a thing just to say to get into your mind to make you feel like, oh man, she probably really do care. But the whole time nobody really gives a fuck for real. But you have to play this concern. This.
So okay, I hear you. So you think if a woman sit here and say like, I'm really into this dude, and I keep telling you, oh, I don't like going out, whatever the case may be, but then you see me one day out on a date.
Because you're full of shit, yeah. That's it. Like you want them to not be, but they are. It's bullshit all the time, all the time. And it's just a matter of time before they get caught up because they're so ridiculous with their actions. I don't know, it's crazy, almost retarded.
What? Because dudes lie about.
They just lie about the most insignificant things and then forget that they said those things, and then like they just come back like on accident, and then it's just like it. Your lies just.
Do you feel like necessarily it's a lie, or do you feel like some women can bring out different things in different men?
I feel like we're gonna call it exactly what it is, and it's a lie. Because if I say it's this and it's really this, and I'm willingly telling you it's this, knowing it's that, I'm misleading you, and there's no way to.
No, but let's say if there's one woman I just never wanted to go out with her, like she just not the type that I want to be seen out in public with.
Okay, so then be clear. Then say that I'm not the person that you want to be going out with for this reason or that reason, but this one I will because of this and that. So you just have to make that like somewhat clear if that's what you know what I'm saying, like if that's how it really is, and that even sounds like bullshit. So it's like
how is it bullshit? Because sometimes no, I know you don't want to be seen in public with everybody.
You don't, but then I mean like make sure that person knows that, because like I feel like sometimes people do stuff so sneakily, you know, like if you really don't like this person, like don't like them, kind of say something. Like it's kind of rude not to, and then when your karma comes back around and it happens back to you, people be acting like they just don't understand where this came from.
See, that's the part right there, because I always wonder sometimes it's just be like, all right, maybe this was my karma. Like maybe you can sit here and just be like, damn, how this person just go MIA? And I'm like, but you didn't went MIA on. You can't never complain. You gotta kind of take it on the chin and just be like, all right, what can you say?
Exactly, and it's like it's A-okay, and the things that like people get so upset with people for things that they do, but not thinking like, okay, guess what? If the same situation was to happen in reverse, that person would have did the same thing to them. But it's always easy to just like pick a side. This looks good, this looks bad. Like it's always one or the other. So again, like if people's opinions on things, they really don't change or have that much effect on anything, to be honest. So it's sort of like, who cares?
All right, cool. You don't know this. You haven't heard the song, but I'm gonna tell you the definition, and I want you to know, and you can tell me if you ever had a guy be a munch for you. Basically, the definition is a dude who just come over to eat you out, and he can't fuck. You don't let him fuck.
A few.
For real?
A few. And it one time, it was getting sad. I was like, dang, I feel horrible about it. But then it was like, fuck it, cause like, why should I? Because it is somewhere somebody loves this person's dirty drawers. I'm certain of it. And then like they just, I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird how things happen. Just like it all recycles itself. It all goes back. So the same shit that I'm doing to him that maybe considered me, he's doing to that person that's at home waiting. Same thing.
That's fucked up how life really be doing that.
Is it really fucked up, or is it just what it is? And instead of us trying to look into it and dissect it, just accept it.
I hear what you're saying, but I think because everybody, what you're saying is actually what happens. You'll play big with one person, and they over the whole time they playing big with somebody else. Where realistically, he really wants you. You don't want him. You probably really want somebody else, and that's just how that shit kind of go.
And guess what? That somebody else want? That one. So Max wants somebody else. The one want me. I want him. This want that. It's a whole big circle, whole thing, and it never stops. It goes right on down the list. Just keep going. In the beginning, I feel like it's always, of course, honeymoon phase. It feels so good. Everybody wants everybody, but I mean.
But dude, sometimes I don't even feel like it's. Sometimes it's not even a honeymoon phase.
What do you feel like it is?
It's just like you just doing shit. You can sit here and be like, you could say I could talk to somebody for like 3 months, and you just literally know for these 3 months you're just wasting your time. There never was no honeymoon phase. It was just, all right, this is something to do.
No, it was something to do, but guess what? You got instant gratification every time you on the phone with that person, because if you didn't, you would not have held conversations with that person. Rather, you're physically going out with them, or if you're just like, wasting time with them on the phone, that's still time. Like, it doesn't matter how it was spent. It was just the fact that the time, those moments were together, those hours that you can't never get back. You spent with this person.
Okay, so no, that part will be a honeymoon phase. Like, if y'all on the phone 2-3 hours a day, and every day y'all just on the phone talking, that's a honeymoon stage. Cool. I'm talking about there's some people that you just link and beat.
Those situations do exist. I really don't know how to categorize that, to be honest. Like, it's very.
And I'm sure, like you said earlier, somebody probably want more out of that situation, but it is just.
They have to.
That's just not how it's presented. It's never that effort ain't put there, and because that person may be trying to I may be really wanting somebody else, and you just may really want me, and then just like that same cycle you just said, I do think those cycles a lot of times just
Yeah, you might not want the person, but the person does want you. But at the same time, whatever you're giving to this person, even though it's not 100%, even though you give them like some like 30% or whatever it is, it's what they're lacking, and you're giving it to them like they're picking it up some type of way, because if they were getting absolutely nothing out of it, like nothing, they would just like make themselves not available. You know what I mean? Like not
no,
really.
I get what you're saying. I think that's. So maybe they cool with not getting everything
No,
else as
they
long
might.
as they're getting
The person
something.
the person that maybe loves them, that they kind of like playing 50s for this person is not really fucking with him at all, might make her come. This one doesn't, but this one does. But she still has this whole life with this other one, but this one makes her come. So I don't give a fuck if he's giving me 5% or 2%. Make me come, and then like we're done. Like that could be that too. So everybody's looking for something that's like again like that instant gratification. So it could be something like that, like, or it could be like a kiss or a hug. Just it's some feeling that's missing from home, which makes them go out. And even if the person doesn't like care for them for real, they're giving them whatever it is, that little something that they needed to like feel whole.
How many good people you think sit in the house and their partner may feel empty, or that, like you said, just that 5%, and they trying to just go get that 5% somewhere else?
I think everybody has that. Even the like prettiest girls, like you ever heard like things like Beyonce, even I mean like Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, things like that. Like everybody gets tired of something that they have had. They get tired of it, but they still like it, love it probably, but switch it up a little bit, but still you can go back to.
You never had a partner that you never got tired of?
No, I get tired of them. I get tired. I get irritated and agitated, and it's just it's never great. It doesn't always end horribly, but it doesn't end great.
What you feel like? What's your time frame? Did you normally, like, in the back of your mind, you got your expiration date for partners?
It's so unfortunate, because I feel like the way that you have been brought up, or the way that you are raised, definitely has a big impact on how you interact with people in relationships and stuff. And so again, I grew up Jehovah's Witness, so I really didn't see anything like riffraff because I was living with my grandmother, but I do know the lifestyle of my mother and father, which was very promiscuous. So I feel like knowing that, somehow, some way, like unknowingly, it was instilled in me to be like somewhat of a like that type of person. Does that make sense?
For real?
Yeah, seriously. Just like to I remember like my mom would like have a boyfriend and like have another boyfriend. God, I keep dropping everything, right? Have a boyfriend and then another was something. And it's like I wasn't around it like all the time because I could possibly be worse. But the amount of time that I was around it to see that is definitely in my mind. Like this is probably how you're supposed to do, and it's hard to like get out of those type of habits because they're just very hard. It's hard. And it's just like instilled there now, so this is how come. That's how I act.
So what's your date though? You gotta. What's the date? Like if you dealing with somebody, it's cuffing season right now. How long you think realistically in your mind?
Maybe a year. I mean, a year is cute. A year is cute and it goes by quickly. It's fun.
A year is a long fucking time.
A year is a long time, but you know what you have to go through? You have to remember, like, there's going to be, like, the breakups, all the weird shit. This is a bunch of shit with it. So a year is ample time, I think.
So what's the time before you think the weird shit start?
Sometimes, because I consider myself super toxic sometimes. So sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling that month, I could get into the toxic shit a month in. But then sometimes I might chill, like, I paint the picture of me as being some type of, like, like calmer, cooler person. And
what you mean, like toxic, like what? In what way?
Oh, toxic, I'm horrible. Horrible. Just in in every aspect almost. But it's sort of fun to me, I think. It's like I like the how can I say, it like hurts so good. Have you heard that before? It hurts so good.
But like what though? Like give me an example of what you feel like is your toxic trait.
Okay, like I would say things along the lines of if I call your phone like maybe you didn't answer, I really don't care if there was a girl present or not, but I would say something like, "Oh, you started with that bitch," or something like that. Just to like throw it out there, like jokingly, but like this is something or like that I could possibly say, but it could be serious. But right now it's just like for fun type thing. Like that. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, and I hate when women do that, especially if I'm not doing shit.
Oh, it's just to get you prepared a little bit. Like, so it's always said jokingly at first. Everything that the girl does that's devastating, when it comes hard, you've heard that as a joke early in the relationship. Everything.
Yeah, that shit is annoying.
It
That
is.
shit, like if I'm about to work a different shift. Oh yeah, you probably about to go out on that.
Absolutely, because I mean, even if the girl cares or doesn't care, it's just the right thing to say. It's just the right thing.
It's not, because it just get annoying. Because then now I feel like I'm explaining myself.
It's never annoying in the beginning. It's only annoying when it's time for it to be annoying, which is months in. In the beginning, you're flattered by it. You love that. You love the fact that she thinks that you got other bitches, because you might not or you might do, but it makes you feel in charge to know that this person thinks that. But soon it will.
Are you comfortable with dating a nigga who you know got other bitches? Or may not have them. Like he might not be entertaining them, but you know for a fact that he is capable. And I'm not talking about a nigga who got money, because let's take those niggas out, because I feel like that don't count. Because a trick having bitches, you know you're just paying for it. It's just like McDonald's having burgers. So I'm talking about a nigga that you know women actually find attractive. Because I think a lot of women get that confused. Like, oh no, it's a difference between having bitches because you tricking and having them because no women really find you attractive.
Well, that's kind of crazy to say.
Because a nigga who can with women find attractive, he really ain't gotta put no effort into getting those women. The trick he may. It depends on how much he really got it.
You're crazy. No way. The trick doesn't have to do anything. Everything speaks for him. He's the one that people are going to go to. That cute one is like, you could do without, I think. Like the cute one is cute, so it's like given. It's like a given to that person. So that's like not even nothing like worth a person's time for. I mean, you still do it, of course, but it's not really like, oh God, he's like so handsome. But like if he has nothing else, like it's like weird. Like okay, he's cute. Like all that cuteness and.
So you basically feel like women would be more attracted to the trick than the cute nigga?
Only because you get the game more. I mean, what the boy is cute. Like, how does that benefit anyone? Do you get in places for free that are expensive as fuck, or like what makes him?
Okay,
so
so so maybe I think it just depends on the way you think, because let's just say for all the women who never dated a cute nigga before.
It's not always cracked up to be, and they'll soon see. But again, you want to.
So do you think that comes with an age thing?
That too, but I mean, I don't know any woman who doesn't want stuff. Like no matter what age you are, you want stuff. You want a person to be able to provide. Like you might not understand it right away, but that's exactly the ultimate goal, is to have someone to make your load less light. And a cute person usually, they just like leave you with babies and stuff like that. Like those are like responsibilities. Those cute guys, like find you a good trick or like something along those lines. It always turns out better. Always turns out better. Like I couldn't understand, like at first when I first started dancing, how come like girls would either have like these they were older, and I really didn't understand it, either older or like real big and fat or like just ugly as fuck. And it was like, wow, she's like a really, really pretty girl. Like, but does she understand what's going on? And it's like, yeah, she totally understands what's going on. She's not about to waste her time with some cute ass boy that's just fucking everybody because he doesn't really know what to do with his time, as opposed to this person who might be super duper fat and like not so cute in the face, but guess what? He pays all your bills and you don't even have to ask him to do so. You should want to fuck with this person, or you should willingly, like open-heartedly, just go with that. Anything.
It's so funny how men and women brains are just completely different.
Totally.
Because a man would never in his life even think twice about that. And a nigga could be out on hard times and still wouldn't think of dating a butt ugly woman just because she can help him get out of hard times.
And that's where the thought process, that's how you know the thought process is messed up. Because, no, a lot of men do that. That's like, have you heard like the Tinder swindler? Like,
yeah, I guess. Maybe. I mean, because that was a whole thing. And he was finessing like shit.
I'm talking about like he got the yacht from her, the family savings. I mean, they cleaned up.
He a different type of nigga. I'm not gonna hold you. His finesse game is a little bit better than the average, but I guess it may be.
You have to go with what's going to help you to be able to work like smarter, not harder. Like you don't want to work super hard. You want your work to be, you want your load to be light. Excuse me. So if making your load light means that you deal with this person whom could possibly be overweight, help this person get in shape. They have like they're substantially, financially together enough where they can take care of you. Y'all can get in shape together. Like help this person do that. Like you could change a person's life. That's changing your life, you know what I mean?
It sounds sweet. I just couldn't see myself like, damn, I'm fucked up. I need somewhere to stay. I'm about to lay up with this wild looking junk.
Absolutely. Oh my God. So I think men might do it just as much as women, I think. Like you've never seen some weird ass couples. Like I've seen this one.
I always see it, the beautiful woman with the ugly dude. Or the beautiful woman with the old ass man.
Okay, that is a very common thing.
The beautiful woman with the nigga that's like almost 400 pounds.
Guess what? She don't have to worry about nothing. She's good.
Pause. When I say this, pause, no homo. But I just can't get how women. How can you suck a nigga dick to weigh like 400 pounds? Like he could barely wash his own ass.
Well, yeah. So there's a thing. I'm pretty sure there's some odors and things going on down there that are probably like oh God, just unbelievable. But you make it work. You fucking make it work. Because you just do it. I mean, who's to say like this person might not even like it? They might just like to get their dick jerked, or they could be so self-conscious of them having this big ass belly, they don't even want to do too much. Like you just really never know. And like sex could be not even a whole task for this pretty girl. She could still be just probably having sex with her loser cute ass boyfriend.
You see, that's what I'm trying to be, the loser cute boyfriend. Just let me fuck and you can go do whatever the fuck else you need to do.
Funny. That's so funny, though.
Like I don't want to do all the extra shit. I would be. It sound crazy, but as a nigga, sometimes it'd be like, I would be okay with. I get it. If you gotta run the streets and do whatever the case. If you got some sweet niggas, I'm not gonna interrupt you on your sweet niggas. But I'm not trying to. Come on, bro. I can't imagine just going back to just being a fat nigga and you don't even want to look at yourself naked.
I have a weird thought about people like that say that like, oh, I don't care, like she can go get this money and like bring it back to us type thing. Like if you're not a pimp and you say that, it's just out of place. It's a conflict of interest. Those are things. It's just
because guess what's the difference between if I was fucking dating Beyonce? She's fucking half naked on her album cover.
But and then what? Like I get it.
What? She half naked on her. Niggas is seeing her naked. You seen Beyonce album cover? You want me to pull it up for you?
So, but I don't get how that goes in hand. Like so because you see her naked, then like.
What would be the difference if I'm sitting and said, "Oh, my girl got an OnlyFans"? I don't give a fuck. All right.
If you're benefiting from it, I think it's tacky. That's kind of tacky if you're not a pimp.
How?
If you're not a pimp, that's tacky.
So I'm gonna show you this Cardi B video. Dog, I literally just seen the joint on TikTok. Bro, what are you talking about? Like this is somebody's whole wife. The fuck are you talking about? Like I can't, like in this day and age, what's the difference?
I guess I get that a little bit, but I don't know.
Have you seen Meg Thee Stallion? You see the shit she posts?
I just think that men you just should say that the statement just makes me feel uncomfortable.
So you rather me not say it, but you just rather me just allow you to do it?
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's like catch-22 with this type of thing. Yeah, she definitely.
Because then you'll be upset if you had your OnlyFans going on and you was dancing and a nigga like, nah, I don't want you to do none of that shit no more. I want you to go get a job.
Yeah, but that wouldn't happen because then that would mean that a person was trying to like dictate to you, like tell you what to do, and that would be.
So make up your mind. You don't want the nigga to be okay with it,
no,
but
listen,
you don't want him to tell you to stop.
He cannot tell me what to do in any fashion way or form when it comes to like any of this like sex type stuff. You can't tell nobody that because it's like their body.
But, okay, so why can't I support you then? Be like, I'm cool with it.
No, not when you say that she got to bring the money home. Like when that statement is the statement that gets me.
No, I ain't say bring the money home. I just say I don't want to be the trick. That to me being a trick is just like that shit is like a disease. Like that's some weird shit.
That's so crazy. So in a situation where if a pimp and like if a trick and a girl get caught, it's more worse to be the trick you're saying?
Yeah, I don't want to be a trick.
What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody loses in that situation. You know that, right? Like everybody wins. Like that's a winning situation.
Yeah,
no one gets that.
I hear what you're saying. Paying for sex is just like that's some loser shit.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like you gotta think about it. For a man, you gotta almost be like, I'm at my lowest. Damn, I can't get no pussy nowhere else.
It's not that you can't. It's what you choose. Like
No, 9 times out of 10 they can't.
no. Listen, somebody somewhere.
So you think a 400-pound man can fuck for free?
Because guess what? He's not a virgin. He's not a virgin.
He might have not been 400 pounds his whole life.
There's someone for everybody. Like, just always remember that somebody likes that. There are chubby chasers everywhere. Like, I told you I used to like.
Yeah,
that.
you know why chubby? You know why women like chubby chasers? Because they gonna spend that money.
I mean that, and they just probably really like you could like.
So you could fuck with a 400-pound nigga who wasn't gonna spend no money on you.
I mean, not quite. Is the 400 in like shape of the look, or like it's
No, it's 400. 400
no way to
is
be
no way
400.
in shape. It's impossible.
So,
unless you like fucking 7 foot tall.
Be reasonable with me. Just give me 300. Give me 3. If it's a solid 3, absolutely I could.
Yeah, a solid 3. If a nigga, he gotta have to be like 6'4" for it to be a solid 3.
I don't know the math of it, but yes, if it's like together, of course. And
I'm not talking. It's not together.
It's
I can't look down and see my dick.
I mean, so it depends.
I like to fuck with my shirt on.
Let me tell you something. You know what? I would, depending on how the meetup was. Like, if it was a genuine meetup where this person has actually, like, even helped me, and I'm in a weird situation or predicament in my life, and this person helped me, absolutely. Wouldn't think twice about it. Like, I would definitely. Because I'll be, like, not indebted, but, like, you know, like, would have to, at minimum, show some type of appreciation for if this person has changed my life tremendously. The weight would mean nothing. And it shouldn't. Because, like, oh God, what did I say? This one girl asked me, would I date a man that had, like, no legs, no arms or something, or, like, oh God, but he had a whole lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, a hood, like a regular person. But it's like, dang, like, I would go with the person with the no arms and no legs. Not because of, like, a physical look, like, because this person can help you get to a different level. Like, they can help you make your life better. But if you're going to just go with this person just based on a look or, you know, like just some outer appearance, you're going to lose over there. Because it's nothing going over there except for a nice outer body. That's it. You get it?
I get it.
So if you were asked that, like, would you go with the person with no legs and arms, but they were like a super wealthy person, or would you go with, like, just a pretty ass girl? You would choose a pretty ass girl?
Yeah, I'm cool. No legs and no arms. I can't do it.
That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry. I can't.
That's crazy.
Because now basically telling them they for just the money.
I mean, no, listen to the arms and legs is just that's an extreme exaggeration of what I'm saying, but, like, you know, just like a person with minor defects, basically.
I got a better example for you. I seen this. I seen this post not too long ago. Mike Tyson said he offered Remy Ma $500,000 and a car to fuck him for a night, and she turned it down. So for 500 racks, would you have fucked Mike Tyson for a night?
Yeah, I probably would. Even if it was a little bit less than that, it's still advanced. I still would have been cool with the movement. But see, she has integrity because
I don't got that much integrity.
She has integrity.
Like, God knew not to give me a pussy.
He knew that. Yeah, she on the market. Listen, that's so funny. And I mean, and serves you right, you should. But yeah, she has a lot of integrity because, like, I guess the situation and then, like, that the guy that waited for her for such a long time. I really truly.
This was before him, though.
Oh, way before him?
Yeah.
Oh, she's amazing.
This was when Mike Tyson was like Mike Tyson, and this one she was like Remy Ma. Like,
that's all right.
I want to say, like, conceited and, like, what's the joint with her and Wayne? We had a cash at Remy Ma.
Okay. Oh, so then she was, like, at her prime, like really living, doing things. Yeah. Again, that still could be her. Like, she has integrity. Like she.
You know, that took a lot of integrity. I don't got it. I'm sorry.
Absolutely, because no matter how much money you have, that 500 additional. Oh man, amazing.
500 for a night.
Yeah, like, I mean, oh.
I'll fuck some ugly women for 500,000. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, 5,000 is cool too. Like
500K, I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't even know if it's a woman out here that I would say no to.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how big
Not
or whatever.
even the arms and legs could be gone, right? And then you still would say yeah, right?
Would I fuck her?
Yes.
Yeah, for 500 racks.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're not in a relationship. I can't see myself being committed to somebody who's just like, no, yeah, that's gonna be a rough one. But just for one night, 500 racks, give it to me.
But this could be groundbreaking for you, okay? So think about this. Your outer shell is something. Your outer shell, your body is something that it's uncontrollable how it looks or anything. Everything is just the luck of the draw. Like, it's just lucky.
Of course.
So, what if I have the same personality that I have right now, but I just so happen to be in no shades or no like complexions or nothing. I just happen to be dark skinned and I had like a big something on my face. Like just it's a whole bunch of other stuff.
I think it just depends. I think it depends on, like you said, it depends on how you meet the person. Like if we can communicate, if we can connect off of personality first, and then it leads to something else, then all bets is on. But if this is just literally, I'm just looking at somebody on social media and I don't know their personality, I'm just looking, and no, I'm not gonna buy into somebody if they just look like shit.
That would make you a predator.
What? Oh, if you was just looking for people who look like shit?
Yeah, this is just that would make you be like you were, like lurking after.
Yeah. Cool. I couldn't do it. Like, and women should relax. When I seen this girl today, she had like. Women in the audacity on the shit that they post. It's a line off that Tomorrow song when Glorilla was like, what the fuck she say? They say they don't fuck with me, but they can't fuck with me.
Mm-hmm. What's said? Tell me.
That's what it was said. That's the caption.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
they say they don't fuck with me, but they really can't fuck with me.
And that means that's a lot. That's a big statement. That's a big one.
Man, if I show you this fucking woman that posted this shit, you'll be like, no way in fucking
That's
hell.
That's so funny. She had no business posting that.
Man, she had some lunch lady. She had like a clear see-through purse.
But guess what?
Some big.
Somebody like it. Somebody
sure.
likes it. Yeah.
She obviously felt like that picture was hitting, and I was like, nigga, no.
She was on her shit. That's it.
The fuck you mean they can't fuck with you? I was like, oh my.
But guess what? That's how she feels in the inside, and that's what matters. Like she could be looking like
that's
she on the
delusional
outside.
though.
No, that's not delusional. That's awesome. That's actually awesome that she doesn't feel like less than because of her outward appearance. Because she knows she probably got that bomb ass like personality or characteristics with her that make her amazing.
No, I do wish sometimes I had it like that DJ Khaled level of like DJ Khaled don't give a fuck. Like he'll dance with like his shirt open. He don't care. He got like fucking 4 stomachs. He just don't care. I don't. That's a different level of confidence. I ain't got it. A lot of men don't got it.
Yeah, comfortable with the skin you in. I get it. He does.
Like he don't give a fuck. He really don't give a fuck.
He would do that. That's so funny. Comfortable and consent.
Yeah, I can never be that fucking comfortable. What's another topic you had on this, John? What is this? Interaction, relationship?
No, interracial. Because
interracial.
So basically, because how can I say? Okay, so my mom is white and my dad's black, right? Mm-hmm. But to certain people, could look at me and just be like it's just a regular black girl. But then, like, if I was to try to go be with like a white boy, they would say like, this is a black girl. But then, like, if I go like with a black boy, their parents would say, "Oh, which are you white?" Or like, "Are you mixed with white?" or something like that. Like,
you coming in with that lime green hair, ain't nobody
okay,
thinking nothing but a nigga.
Let's be clear. So, not with this hair, but any other hair. Seriously, like it would be depending on what race or nationality of the person you go to, they will give you like they would. Do
you think it's the nationality, or do you think it's necessarily just their upbringing? Because I feel like you can go around with some white boys who might fucking love Lil Uzi, and you could probably still get over the lime green hair. Like their favorite rapper is Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi's a wild looking nigga. Right. So if that's really what I like, I love Uzi. I got all the Yeezys and shit like that, and that's what my family's on. I don't think it would matter as much. If I was fucking raised in Atlanta or something like that, but I think it's just kind of more not necessarily because you can go around with some black people and you may just be too black for some black people. Like think about fucking like the uppity black ass motherfuckers who like grew up in Tyson's. They might go, I don't care, she's too ghetto for me, and they're black. So you get what I'm saying? So that don't necessarily have nothing to do. Sometimes I don't necessarily think race has much as to do with just your cultural upbringing.
Right.
Like it's just some people who just like that's look at why fucking all the black women love Jack Harlow. It's not because he a white boy, because nobody don't like Eminem, but they love Jack Harlow because he just such a swaggy ass white boy. Like he just come off so cool. Like you kind of like some people just be so cool you kind of don't necessarily see race. And I know that's one of those sayings that people hate people say, but sometimes it's just like that. Some people are some motherfuckers are just literally just that cool that you don't recognize that. Oh, we not even the same fucking race, but it just depends.
But okay, so yeah, with with black and white, yeah. But when you get more complex with like Asians and like Indian, like I feel like when you try to like maybe mix with white, like a white person or black person with one of those different.
I think it just depends on how strong their cultural upbringing is. Because let's just say if I'm still one of those other races, but I'm heavy raised in the black community. Like let's say if I was an Asian kid but I went to a school with all black people. I grew up on rap music. I grew up on black TV shows. Like I watch fucking Power every fucking day. Like it just depends because I couldn't realistically I can be in a relationship with an Asian woman who understands black culture more than I could be with a black woman who just into like Britney Spears.
Okay. I
We
do.
fucking and she want to listen to Metallica.
It just seems like I guess the perception of it is just that the parents will be the ones that will be like the most.
But it just made depends. Because what if her parents isn't? Because I can go on social media and show you some motherfuckers who may be in like their 40s and 50s of all races and be like, some of the most popular people on TikTok are older white women dancing to black songs. And I'm talking about like know the shit like word for word, blanking itself out and all that. Like, I don't think. Don't get me wrong. Some people she may just learn that song for TikTok, but if you're doing that shit every day, I don't think that's just just on camera playing
It's
thing.
part of your norm.
This is your normal. This is what you'll get down there. So you even know, like, even when people pick certain songs, like I think it was this white girl, and she was rapping the Jeezy, but she was picking random Jeezy songs. Like motherfuckers, like on TikTok, you know, they can write on your comment, and they'll be like, "Oh, rap Trap or Die." And she literally was just in the car rap like she had like somebody requested the song for she rapping the shit word for word, blanking herself out and everything. So it's just like certain shit. I get what you're saying though. I do think for certain, but I think people who know that their parents are that strong on whatever their cultural bringing is, I don't even think they will even bring somebody else of a different race in the house. They wouldn't even play this stuff like that. I think your parent, like you kind of what you said earlier. I think your parents kind of set the tone on what you're comfortable with. So if your parents already kind of ingrained you or raised you in this black community, I think you're more comfortable with bringing a black person home. Then it's like, I only went to school with all fucking white kids, or all Asians my whole entire life. So now I might be a little bit more scared. I might not. If the first black dude I ever meet is at work and we work in corporate America,